Glad to have you with us from Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium in Greenville, North Carolina. EA Sports College Football just about a month into the season, and we are ready for this Week 4 clash. It's the Condors and the ECU Pirates. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I caught up with the Condors head coach. He is very concerned about this crowd. It is a tough place to play, and with this home crowd, he knows that this is going to be one of their biggest challenges so far of the season. Can they get an upset on the road with this crowd noise, with this environment? He says his team has to stay locked in and focused to make it happen on the road today. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And it'll be the Condors will kick off first, and here we go. Fielded in the end zone. It's Allen. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. So East Carolina's offense will get the ball first. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield, it's Burke. Pulls it in, it's Hamlet. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Let's talk for a second about East Carolina. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
Gives it on the option. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. The Pirates come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Bringing the heat. Slings it downfield. He's got it. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill. And
he rolls into the house. Touchdown, East Carolina.
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game. And the offense, they've got it moving now.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Kane. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Condors offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
Nah, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Condors decide to punt it away. Takes it on the return. There he goes. Open it up. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Burke. He'll pull it down. Remember, down where you start the slide, and he'll be short of the line to gain. And the Pirates want to crank the tempo. He'll throw on 3rd down. The screen, he can go. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Allen. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Might have a chance. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the 1st down on a 2nd and long. The Pirates will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll run it. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively,
breaks into the open. Inside the 40. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Condor! Great job by the back on the option.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their 2nd drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
The Pirates will get things started here on offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Look out, he's got room. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Throwing on the run. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He is in. Touchdown, ECU.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. How about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to the run. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The give on the option. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And that's the second time today, man. Like, you see, it looks like he's going in fast forward. He's got some jets, man. This guy can really, really move. This offense does such a nice job of finding creative ways to get him the football. And we've already seen it today. A couple of explosions.
Finding some room. Smashes ahead. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And it'll be the Condors are moving quickly down the field. Gets the back moving. Gives it on the option. Makes his man miss.
And that last run is just a nice job seeing the hole, exploding through it. He has had a heck of a night. Now with that carry, over 100 yards on the game. That's the mark you really want to hit as a running back, and he's got that here tonight.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. It's good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Number 95, set to advance on the football.
He'll start the return inside his 5. They tried to get the wall set up for him. Not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. But see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. And the Pirates want to move quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
That's reeled in. It's Allen. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. These offensive scripts on both sides have been masterpieces as they are going up and down the field in the first. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Burke. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He lost one down the sideline. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Pirates will go for it on 4th down. Quarterback keeps it. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And talk about getting excited just to lose it again. The offense gets the first down. You got enough yards, but what do you have to do? You got to take care of the football. You can't cough it up. The defense.
There he goes. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. After 1 quarter of play, let's take a look and see how these running backs are doing. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll try the right side. tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to pass. It's right. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Now on the option. Here's a little room there. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. The Condors with the 1st and 10. The give from the gun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Here's a heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and
fires deep toward the end zone. Looking to the end zone. It's incomplete.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Absolutely perfect. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Number 95, set to kick this one.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Here comes the East Carolina offense out to start the drive. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target. You could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Burke. He'll off one deep down the left side. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. And the Pirates will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Slips through the line. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. And it'll be the Condors will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. it with the back. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Fires to the big fella. Knocked off his feet. The Pirates want to pick up the tempo. Looking to pass. It's Burke. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be. It's just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions that
Pulls in the deep ball. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And the Pirates are flying down the field. Looking to throw on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Fires to the big fella. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Defense coming up with a huge stop, perhaps to force a field goal that would make it a 2-possession game. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. There's a crease. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Pirates pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Running the red zone, it's Allen. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. This quarterback part of their running game. Touchdown Pirates! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll bring it out. It's Kane. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Trying the left side. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Runs through a tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Wright. Got a man. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. The Condors getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Lets it fly. He's got it. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And it'll be the Condors in the hurry-up.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch, that's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Going to the ground. Maybe some room here. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Offense trying to go push pass on 1st down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, Condor! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Whew, we needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Hey, guys, down on the ECU sidelines, this has turned into a ground attack. Both teams able to run the ball, but they want to answer right now, see if they can continue to get some momentum. But keep in mind, they also want that passing attack to come alive. We'll see what they're able to do right here on this drive. I'll keep you posted on how things develop here on the sideline. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He'll have enough for the 1st down. They'll maintain possession. We'll see if they're happy enough just to let the clock run out.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting 1st downs. To do that, you gotta have bounce. You can't always throw for it on 3rd down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Looking downfield, it's Burke. Stepping to the right. Now he'll fire back into the middle. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on 3rd. Rushes on him, and down he goes. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the Pirates will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We get right to it with Indiana taking on the Northwestern Wildcats. And it's the Hoosiers looking to extend that win streak to 4 in a row. It's one of the better coaching jobs in football right now, and a nice payday could be on the horizon. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game inside Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. What an effective job both of these teams have done running the football. Both have gone over 100 yards, and it's because both have committed to pounding the rock. Credit these coordinators with sticking to the game plan.
The Pirates will kick it off to start the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Good check in with Holly Rowe.
Guys, I caught up with the Condors head coach. His biggest concern right now is how they are handling this very hostile environment. It was tough in the first quarter, and this crowd is making it even more difficult. They are loud. They are crazy. And his communication says they have to improve at the line of scrimmage, making sure they're getting into their run game, their RPOs, and being strong with all their communication. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Oh, they're after him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The Condors will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll take it on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Let's go to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Here on the Pirates sideline, they are really hyping up their quarterback right now, guys. You know, they weren't exactly sure what to expect from this young player going into the game, but he has delivered over 200 yards passing. He has proven to be someone they can count on. The coaches keep telling him, poise, composure, keep it going. This young guy is showing what he's made of. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And the Pirates peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, it's Burke. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Purple Pirates.
And you gotta love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Number 95, set to kick off.
Good concentration to get that squibber inside the 15. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Leaves it with the back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Rides the back and leaves it. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. And it'll be the Condors will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. So now it's 2nd and long. Off the RPO, complete. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. How aggressive will they get on 1st and throws toward the end zone? And that one's too high and too wide, out of bounds and incomplete. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Gonna look downfield again. They get to him as he throws. Touchdown, East Carolina. And the punishment has been extended.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Fires to the right. Got his man. Turning on the Jets. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Condor.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I'll tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Back to throw, it's Burke. Unloads to the right. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Pirates will send out the punt unit. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. They'll go to the counter. Turning it on. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. They're setting up the screen. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on 1st down. A little release to the back. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. The Condors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Plows through the defense. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose, and no running room there. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Hand off to the lone back. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
Tight end now in motion. Now on the counter. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. If this defense can come up with a stop here, they will take a giant step toward winning this game. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll cut the lead to 13.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Number 95, set to advance on the football.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Let's go down to the sideline at Holly Road.
Hey, guys, down on the ECU sidelines. Guys, I can tell you something we have got to keep our eye on. This quarterback was really banged up and bruised up after last week's win. He told me when I caught up with him this week, he has definitely been feeling sore this week. He did not miss any practice, but I will keep you posted as this game goes along. He's going to have to fight through some things here today, and I'll let you know how it's looking down here on the field. Guys?
Holly will see how they adjust. And the Pirates are in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Snagged out of the air. Could be an alley. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Pressure coming. Had to get rid of it quickly.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, ECU!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 or...
And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sacked on the 2-point try. Now, after the sack, there is a man still down.
Number 95, set to kick this one.
He'll bring it out. It's Kane. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Guys, East Carolina carries the lead into the quarter break. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Trying to run, it's Allen. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Pirates. And the beatdown has ensued. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
Let's see what he can do with the return. And the returner will be brought down. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Right back to the well. There's some room. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
I mean, goodness gracious, you could have driven a semi-truck through that hole. Nobody touched him. This was an easy run. This is the easiest 40-plus yard run you will ever see.
Smashes through the tackle. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Condors!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the fourth quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game is going to get difficult now even more down the stretch.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Gives it on the option. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
The Pirates will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying play action. Grab behind the line. It's Hamlin. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. And the Pirates trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior tight end who's shaken up. We'll have Holly Rowe check on him. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's 3rd and goal. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Purple Pirates! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
With that last touchdown, it looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. The give on the option. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Finding open areas. Got a little grass. The 50. The 40. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. They'll give it to him again. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Here comes the option. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw on 1st down. Forced out of the pocket. Unleashes one. That's caught. It's Hamlet. They'll get him down, but not before. This is the 50. He's down to the 49.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped them pick up that first.
The Pirates headed quickly to the line. Off play action on 1st down. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Off the play fake. Starting to feel a little pressure. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Going for 6. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
He almost kicked that thing out of bounds, but it made it into the end zone first, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the tailback. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.